A man carefully unscrewed his glasses with a small knife, removed the lenses, and stacked them together. Next, he snapped a branch from a nearby pine tree, pulled off the pollen cones, and started chewing them thoroughly. Once they turned into a sticky paste, he gently applied it between the two lenses, creating a basic makeshift magnifying glass. But that alone wasn't enough. He used a hollow grass stem to drip saliva into the gap between the lenses. Then, he found some dry grass, angled the lenses toward the sun, and focused the sunlight on a single point. Within moments, the dry grass started to smoke. Excited, he added small twigs, blew air steadily, trying to get the flame going stronger. But then, he picked up a cup of water and poured it right onto the fire he'd just created. As steam hissed off the stone, his eyes lit up with excitement. He grabbed his knife and quickly scraped away the charred bits of rock. Soon, he uncovered a thick iron spike buried deep into the stone. A heavy chain was locked to it, tied around his ankle. This was his punishment. Branded a deserter, left behind with just a bit of food and a handful of bullets. His only mission, fight until the very end. But no one wants to die, and he was no exception. He tried every possible escape method, but nothing worked, until the moment he poured cold water on the scorching hot rock. For the first time, he saw a real chance to break free. But fighter jets constantly flew overhead, making escape even more dangerous. If spotted, he was done for. So he kept going, burning rocks non-stop, only taking breaks to eat or rest. Eventually, all nearby wood was used up. He poured out the last cup of drinking water. Then, without hesitation, he removed the burning wood with his bare hands and dumped the remaining water onto the iron spike. After that, he gripped the chain and tried pulling the spike loose, but it wouldn't budge. He sat back, exhausted and hopeless. But the next day, he had a new plan. He removed a metal clip from the iron bucket, used it to press and twist open a bullet, carefully poured the gunpowder into a small can. He cleaned the area around the spike, poured the powder at the base, placed dry grass as a fuse, and packed stones around it to maximize the blast. Everything was ready. He lit the fuse, rushed back, covered himself with a coat, and held his breath, hoping it would work. Boom. He got up and ran to check. The spike had loosened. He dropped to the ground, hooked a rock with his rifle stock, and smashed it down on the spike, again and again from different angles. Finally, he wrapped the chain in cloth, gritted his teeth, and yanked with everything he had. The spike shifted. He stumbled backward and fell. Looking down at the broken chain, he felt a surge of energy, a raw and overwhelming rush of freedom.